What's up, guys? Now, before I get into tonight's video, I want to address last night's video where me and Jodie Lee spoke about Lucinda and Timothy.
She rolled over and said, I hope you don't mind, I don't have a shirt on.
Now, we've had a few comments since then of people saying to us that they've been in committed relationships for years and they've never felt the need to ask their partner permission to do the sorts of things Lucinda did. Now, I want to make it very clear with everybody. We never said that if you are in a committed relationship with someone that you should have to ask your partner permission to do those sorts of things. Of course not. If you're in a relationship with somebody, of course you can do that sort of stuff. That's normal. What we're saying is that Lucinda and Timothy are practically strangers. They don't know each other. And Lucinda, she wasn't taking her top off because that's what she felt comfortable with, sleeping in bed. She only said that afterwards. Her purpose is, it was intimacy week, and she wanted to get a reaction out of Timothy. She wanted to make him aroused. Okay? That was her purpose. That's what she wanted to get. And she knew Timothy was not comfortable with her yet. And let's all face it, we know he is not attracted to her. Okay, and I think she knows that deep down inside, but she is trying, the poor love, and I do feel for her there because I get it. It feels horrible to feel rejected from somebody. I understand that, but she pushed the boundaries and she crossed a line that she shouldn't have crossed. That's what I think. They are strangers. They are not in an actual relationship. They are trying to get to know each other, and if you're in bed with a stranger, I don't want that person to just take all their clothes off. Now, before everybody comes at me and says how Timothy was also only wearing jocks to bed, yes, he was. But in his case, it wasn't for sexual attention like Lucinda was. And yes, she had the excuse afterwards saying that was how she likes to sleep. But if that was the case, she should have just communicated how she likes to sleep. Now, it was intimacy week. I believe she was doing it for sexual attention, got rejected, and then decided to flip it and try and make out like, this is how I like to sleep. I do believe that's how she probably likes to sleep, but I firmly believe she did it for sexual attention. And that's a big difference. And if Lucinda was uncomfortable with how Timothy was sleeping, I'm pretty sure she could have verbalized that and he would have worn something different. I feel like she only threw that out at the end because she felt embarrassed about being rejected from him. That's what I think. That's my opinion. But, we are not saying that if you're in a committed relationship that you need to ask your partner that sort of permission. So please don't get that wrong, okay? And I do hope that Lucinda and Timothy can work it out. I do, because I actually like both of them. But I do think Lucinda crossed a line.
And then he actually mocked me and he said, oh, you're here for the right reason. And it made me feel really stupid.
Now that I've covered that, I want to get on to tonight's episode and I want to start with Ellie and Ben. Now, Ben, he's not doing himself any favors at the moment. He is looking less and less genuine as this goes on. And I'm feeling more and more sorry for Ellie. Now, Ellie has started out by telling us an account that happened at a restaurant about an argument that they've had. Now, this argument has escalated to the point that Ben has mimicked her in the restaurant, which I find to be quite degrading and humiliating to do in a public place like this. I don't know why it got to this point. Now, I will say I'm not going to completely judge Ben here because I don't know his side of the story. I only know Ellie's, though so far he doesn't look very good. And I also found it very weird that the whole point of this argument, it started because Ben asked Ellie if she thought he was being genuine, which I found odd. Why would you actually ask that?
He asked me if I believe he's here for the right reasons.
That's where it makes him look like he's not genuine, because why do you have to keep confirming to people that you're being genuine? Just be yourself. Like, why do you need someone to confirm that unless you feel like you're being a bit shady? You know what I mean? Now, the other issue here is Ellie is wanting to have more discussions with him involving their relationship, their future plans. Does he want to have a family? And she feels like the only thing he wants to talk about is what are they going to get from the show after this, in terms of, is this podcast going to get bigger? I don't know what he's talking about. But she's not feeling like he's there for the right reasons. And of course, there's that whole, does he want kids thing?
I do want to have kids in the future.
I do not believe he wants kids, and that whole epiphany he had was a load of rot, and actually I think it showcases how fake he is, because the whole kid issue, he's been dancing around the children topic for a long time now. The experts keep asking him, do you want to start a family? Oh, I'm not sure. Maybe if I meet the right girl, even though the wife is sitting next to him. Lauren pointed that out and I agreed with her there. Ellie is there. She's your wife. If she's not going to make you want to have children, then you need to meet somebody else. This is Ellie. Ellie wants to have children. She wants to start a family. That's something she wants. So to her, this is a deal breaker. You're wasting her time right now. And Ben knows this. Ben is aware of this. So now it's finally sunk in his head, okay, if I don't change my tune, I'm going to have to leave the show, because this is what Ellie, she needs a family. She wants to have a family, so I better give her what she wants. Oh, epiphany time. I want a family now.
And I just realised what I want. I'm ready to settle down proper.
This is when I start to think, okay, what are you here for, Ben? Are you just here for your podcast? Because that is what it's looking like. Because if you truly were being genuine, you would have told this girl, no, you know what? I don't actually want children. But do you still want to give it a go, maybe? If not, then we have to cut ties. Because that's her deal breaker. Now, we all know Ben doesn't want children. We know you lied about that, Ben. So the question remains, when will Ellie figure this out? Because for now, she's believing this. And she's happy to continue with the relationship. And they all seem hunky-dory. But this is Mafs. So it's only a matter of time before everything unravels and comes crashing down. And can't wait to see it. Because we all know Ellie's going to jump ship. We all know she's going to go and find a new partner. Now the question is, will this happen on the show or after the show? But we know they're not going to last. So I'm curious to see how it unravels.
At this point, I'm ready for us to be like rooting like rabbits.
Next up, I want to talk about Tori and Jack. Now, Jack, good old Jack, he is not making sense to me. He's not making sense because a guy that is declaring himself as this Christian Grey, Tarzan, God's gift to women, you know, he wants to be dominant, he likes control, he likes to have special showers, we all know that now, and he doesn't like to be vanilla, he likes chocolate sprinkled with banana on top, whipped cream, melted down, all that stuff, okay? A guy like that, you're telling me he also is a slow burn.
I'm a bit of a dominant in the bedroom. I just like to lead and like to kind of have it my way. I don't have a spark of I want to have sex with this girl ASAP.
They're emphasizing it again that he's not sexually attracted to Tori. He's not sexually attracted. Now, that's fine. I want to put that out there. Jack doesn't need to be sexually attracted to Tori. I don't have an issue with that. You don't need to be sexually attracted to her, and you don't need to be pressured into having anything more intimate than what you already are. But the issue for me is you're saying to everybody but Tori that you're not sexually attracted to her, and then to Tori you are, you know, cupping her bum bum, slapping her bum bum, giving her kisses. You know, you're giving mixed signals. You know, you are telling her, you know, every time you squish a little tushy, okay, squish the tushy, you're making her feel like, oh, you like her. You know, you're giving her sexual affection that way. Maybe to you it's second nature. I don't know. But I feel like Tori is seeing this as a sign that you are sexually attracted to her. So she's going to have a big shock when she finds out you don't. You know? And it looks like that's going to come out in the dinner party. Now, I will say this. Timothy, I feel like he's going to get his nose into this a bit. I don't think he should be the one to be getting his nose into it, considering he's not attracted to Lucinda. I feel like that's a little bit hypocritical of him. I will put that out there. But, of course, in Timothy's case, he has not led Lucinda on in any way. And that's my issue with Jack. I don't like that he's leading Tori on. I don't think that's fair to her. I don't think that's good. You know, she clearly likes Jack. And I'm starting to like her more as I see her. And I don't like how he's treating her. If you're not attracted to her, fair enough. But don't lead her on. Anyway, let me know what you guys think of these two. Do you think Jack's leading Tori on, or do you think he's trying to establish a connection first before jumping into bed? I don't know. To me, Christian Grey versus a slow burn doesn't really mix. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he does want to establish a connection first before jumping into bed. I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Directly ask me, are you physically attracted to me or not? I never heard you say I'm physically attracted to you.
Now, I want to quickly talk about Tristan and Cassandra. Now, I love these two. They're one of my favourite couples, but I am worried because it looks like Tristan, he doesn't have any self-worth or self-confidence. So he continuously is asking Cassandra, you know, do you like me? Are you attracted to me? And he's not believing her when she says, yes, I like this and this about you. He's like, no, you're not saying specifically that you're attracted to me. And okay, everybody needs reassurance from their partner, but if he is going to continuously bombard her over and over again when she is trying to reassure him, then that's going to put her off, you know, and then at the end of the day, she's not going to be attracted to him, and it will have nothing to do with his looks. Tristan needs to start valuing himself more and seeing himself as someone that is worthy of love, because he is. I think he's a great guy, and I know a lot of women out there would think he's a great guy. So he needs to see that before he ends up losing Cassandra. Because I really do like these two, and I really, really hope they make it to the end.
I love it. It makes me laugh a lot. I think everyone wants to be with someone that makes them laugh.
Lastly, I want to talk about Jaden and Eden, and I thought they were really cute and funny this episode. Jaden, unlike his brother Mitch, who refused to participate in Intimacy Week tasks, Jaden, he gets right into it. He's not afraid to make a fool of himself, so I thought that was really cute. I am still on the fence with him, though, with that whole Confessions Week thing that he did. I found that to be a really big red flag. And it tells me a lot about his character, that, you know, he's not afraid to really dig deep when it comes to revenge. So I am still worried about that, because I like Eden and I hope he doesn't hurt her. But anyway, they look really cute at the moment, and I hope they continue. So that's all for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Now, you might be thinking that I've forgotten Sarah and Tim, but don't worry, I haven't. Jodie Lee's just asked me to wait because when I see her later on, she wants to discuss them as well. So we'll be doing a separate video on those two. So I'll see you guys in that one.